Hello everyone and welcome back to our Terraria series. Last episode we fought the major pre-hard mode bosses, but there's a few more bosses that I would like to fight before we start prepping for our Wall of Flesh fight. Those being the Queen Bee in the Jungle, Deerclops, the Slime King, and the Goblin Army. Now the Goblin Army is a bit more random, so I don't know that I'm going to be able to just acquire the summoning item for that. I think I'm just gonna have to wait that one out. But first, let's mine ourselves some meteor and get ourselves some meteor armor. Yeah. So meteor's gonna be the next tier up, and then I think after meteor, what we're gonna want to do is we're gonna want to go get our Hellstone armor. I think that's what it's called. Molten armor. It's called molten armor. Yeah, so meteorite, and once we've defeated a few of these bosses, we'll go and get our molten armor, and then we'll be ready to start our hard mode prep. But first things first, let's upgrade our demonite armor to meteor armor, and then let's fight some more bosses. Because we need to make sure that this world respects us. Like, we need to do our good job, but let's take a look inside the dungeon first. Maybe there's some things that can help with our quest. Yeah. So eventually what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to sort of make this place a lot safer by putting some platforms in, but we're not doing that right this minute. We did find the mechanic, so yeah, she's going to be able to join our town now, and that's going to be great. Because then I'll be able to get a wrench, and I'll be able to see all these traps. Alright, we're just going to come along down here. Just going to take the potions. Yeah, so now we're checking out the jungle. And I found this thing here with a door that I can't open. And frankly, that irritates me a little. So, yeah, I'm gonna want to open that door soon. So, yeah, I can't break the blocks either. Yeah. Fine then, keep your secrets. Alright, we're still in the jungle. What we're looking for is the hive, so we can fight Queen Bee. Ooh, life crystal. So we're looking for the hive, but it's not around here, and this giant invincible, structure is in my way. So we're just gonna have to go around the giant invincible structure, which is, somewhat difficult because it is a giant invincible structure. Luckily for us, we have explosives. And explosives can solve a lot of your invincible building related problems. Namely by destroying the items around the invincible building so that you can continue. So we've made some decent progress. We're now we've now gone around the giant invincible building. And we are now to... And we found some honey here. That's awesome. Hopefully this means that the jungle is nearby. The hive is nearby. I think I read somewhere that it doesn't, but I'm gonna be optimistic. So yeah, now we just need... Looks like there's another way for us to go up this way. So I am stuck. I am stuck in this honey. So let's kill these slimes and then go up the other way to see if we can find the hive. Hopefully we find it. Okay, we're going up here. Okay, we found it. So, looks like the larvae is over there, and we're just gonna fight the queen. We're gonna see if we can take care of a few of these things first. Oh, oops. Okay, we're doing pretty good. Our health is low. We should be okay. We just need to... We are, in fact, not okay. We are dead. Alright, so... That might have permanently destroyed per essentially summoning platform. So that means that we need to make the summoning item now, which is going to be somewhat difficult because we're going to have to go back to the jungle. So in the meantime, we're going to look for Flink's fur, which we can use to summon the Deerclops. And we need to get them from these little fuzzy creatures called Flinkses that will spawn and attack us in the underground snow biome. So we're going to look for a few of those. Alright, I think we're getting close. Turns out they don't spawn on ice, or they spawn a lot less on ice, so you kind of need to go and find cobblestone. Hey, look at that, there's one right there. Oh, and it dropped 2, that's exactly how many I needed. Because I already had one, and now we can craft our thing to fight Deerclops. Nice. Alright. Now let's go over this way. We've got our deer thing. Let's go fight him in the snowmob item for thematic appropriateness. Alright, here he comes. Alright, he's tumbling over. Let's use our sword. Oh, he's got a lot of health. Okay. Okay, this might take a bit. Come on. Oh, he's doing a lot of damage. He's doing a lot of damage. He's very fast, and I'm very slow. This is not ideal. Oh, he's got a new attack, and I'm dead again. Alright, hopefully he sticks around. I don't want to have to go through all that effort. Alright, we've died a couple more times now, but I think he's almost done. I think we've almost got him. We will have died a total of 3 times during this fight, but at least he doesn't despawn. So we should be good. Okay. Okay, we're almost there. He's doing some decent damage. Okay, come on. Come on, Boomerang. Don't leave us now. Don't leave us now. Okay, we got him. Okay, and we also had the summoning item for a clean king slime, so we're just gonna go ahead. Alright, there he is. Alright, King Slime has a lot less health. This shouldn't take too long. Alright. He's got a little baby slimes and a demon eye that's also here. Alright, he got the jump on us. Okay, he does decent damage, but he doesn't have too much health. Let's switch to arrows, because the arrows do persistent burning damage. Alright, come on, there we go. There we go. Keep going, keep coming this way. Alright, as long as we can sort of stay ahead of him and keep him heading towards us. Okay, we're gonna switch to this way. Alright, we've got him less than half health. Okay, let's take out some of his little minions. Okay, that's a lot of slime. Alright, let's take him down. Alright, we're almost there. Alright, come on, bud. Alright, almost. Just a few more hits. Alright. Alright, come on, just like one more hit. And we win! And we got a ninja hood from that. Nice. I'm gonna have to fight him a few more times to see if we can get the rest of the set. It's not very good, but I think it looks good. Alright, we're back mining meteorite because we still have to fight Queen Bee. And we're dead. We still have to fight Queen Bee, and I'd really think that the space laser would really benefit us. So we're going to build the space laser. I do think we have enough ore for that, so let's smelt up some bits and get ourselves our space laser gun. Alright, there's our ingots, and there's our space laser. Let's do that. Alright, doesn't look like we have enough for the sword, but let's try anyway. Alright. Alright, we are going to need to craft the Queen's summoning item because we did sort of fumble the first fight, so there aren't any more summoning items. So we need to go back over here, grab some honey blocks, And I think in stingers and hive blocks are the other components, and I think we have plenty of those. So we're just gonna fight her over here in the jungle, because you do need to use it in the jungle. So we're gonna fight her here, and we're just gonna hope for the best. We've upgraded our armor, we've upgraded our weapons, we've sort of got ourselves a situation. Let's do this. Let's summon her. Alright, and she is immediately super aggressive. Alright. Was she this aggressive before? This is crazy. Oh no. Oh no. And we're dead again. Okay, so slight change in strategy. We're going to go down to the bottom of the world, get molten armor, and then we're going to try and fight her again with all of the paraphernalia that goes along with that. So we're just going to head right down. And we're just going to go see about that. Gotta go investigate down there. Alright. We've got our healing potions, we've gotten our obsidian skin potions, so that'll keep us from setting ourselves on fire. So that's good. So we can just... A goblin RP is approaching from the east. Okay. We will actually be taking care of that. Alright, we're gonna go fight the goblin army. This is not the east. Alright, here we are to the east, and we're fighting the goblin army. There's a lot of them, and the laser gun is really helping. I'm glad we got it. Glad we got the laser gun. Okay, there's a lot of them. Well, we've got a good sword, and we've got decent armor. We can take out these goblins. We got this. Alright. That can stop us. Alright, we're almost there. We've defeated the goblin army, and now we just need to defeat the rest of the stragglers. So that's just the rest of these guys. And then we are done. Which now means that we can find the goblin merchant in the caves. So we'll have to keep an eye out for him. But now that that's done, we do need to go down and start mining up some hellstone so we can make molten armor. Alright, we'll grab these two things along the way. Sort of. There we go. We've got feather falling right now, so that's pretty cool. I should probably start thinking about actually producing potions. Right now I kind of just find them. I think the first potions I've actually made were these obsidian skin potions. So yeah, potion production is definitely something we should invest in. Definitely. Alright, we're just mining some hellstone. We're doing good. We're just vibing. Alright, we're back up top, and we're going to make ourselves a helmet and some boots. We don't have quite enough to make the full set yet, and funny story here. I actually mistook the hellstone in my inventory for, like, the rock layer of down at the bottom of the world, and I thought it wasn't the ore, and I put it in my blocks chest. However, I did eventually realize that, and realized that the reason I couldn't craft more bars is because I ran out of obsidian. So here we are mining more obsidian, so we can craft those. Alright, and now we're back. And now we can craft more ingots for that. And we can get ourselves we did get the rest of the armor set in the meantime. So now we're going to get ourselves a pickaxe and a sword and a bow. So now we're all set up and ready to fight the queen bee again. Alright, we do need more honey blocks, so we're just going to go over here and get some more. My enemies explode when I stab them, so that's pretty cool. Alright, we're just gonna grab some of this. Alright, and we're actually gonna craft 2 this time, just in case we die, because we probably will. So, we're just gonna see how this goes. So, yeah. Let's go back up here. Let's go over here a bit and craft these abominations. And let's go do our fight in the jungle. Alright, and we're ready. We've built ourselves a little arena. So let's summon our opponent. Alright, we're just gonna pull it out of our inventory here. Alright, and she killed us again, so I was right to craft 2. What I think this time we might want to do is, instead of trying to shoot her, we try to stab her. Be damage than anything we have right now. So let's summon her again and give this another go. Alright, we managed to dodge. Alright, stab, stab. Alright, our sword's doing a lot of damage. That's good, that's good. Alright, she's perched not too high, so that's good. Alright, we can't dodge her, so let's try to just slash her when she charges. That'll be most worth our while. Alright, we're doing good. Let's not let ourselves get got by her minions. Alright, good job. Alright, this is working. This is working. I didn't expect this to work, honestly. But it seems like the wait until she's in reach and then slash her with the sword is working. This is great. Okay. A little bit more slashing. A little bit more slashing. Alright, she's perching up high again. So let's try and take out some of her minions while we dodge her attacks. Alright. She is taking out a good chunk of our health, though. This is a hard fight. Alright, let's try with the bow, because she's out of reach. Okay. Okay, and we win. Okay, we got her. Alright, that should be all of them. I think the rest are, like, very situational, and I don't think we need to worry about that too much. But next episode, we will be prepping for... What we're going to do is we're going to essentially build 2 towers next to our base, and between them we're going to set up a garden, and so we're going to set up potions, making some potions. Thank you all for watching. Remember to like and subscribe if you want to see more of this, and I'll see you next time.